Maybe I just found the answers. Maybe I just found the answers in you. Come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand, you're all that I have now. I won't let you go, 'cause I found all the answers in you. Ooh, 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 ooh. I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. I never left a stone unturned, trying to find some love in this crazy world. I felt like I was never heard. All I wanted was to be loved. All I wanted was to be loved. Still yours if you want. You're the right, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Still yours if you want. You're right, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I say. Still yours if you want. You're the right, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Still yours if you want. You're right, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it.
Okay, so technically I tried filming this video last weekend, but if you watched my last video, then you would know that I lost a lot of footage off of my SD card, this video being one of them. So basically, the main rundown of this video, Christopher and I are trying to get this house ready to sell. I did manage to keep some of the cleaning footage that we did on Saturday because I filmed some stuff on my phone that day because my camera battery kept dying. So I have some footage. I think I'm gonna also like film some today because on my to-do list today is to start getting stuff with the house done. A little bit more cleaning. I need to get some pictures of rooms and stuff to sell, and also need to go through for keep, sell, trash piles. But also, in that video, I talked about a pretty big decision that we have to make, which basically, God, I need to stop saying London is 3.5. She will be 4 in August this year. And people have always asked me if I planned to put London in preschool, and I always said no because it made me too anxious, like being in Ohio and her being young and stuff like that. I always said no, that I planned to homeschool at least for the first couple of years. And I also always said that I wanted my child to be able to communicate well before they go to school. That way they are able to communicate any problems that they're having or anything that happens to them, so that I would be able to know about it and I would be able to do something about it. So I always thought that I would homeschool the first couple of years when they were a certain age, but I have come to realize that London just does not do well trying to learn from me for some reason. Like, she doesn't like to sit down and participate and listen to me. Like, she learns most of what she knows from watching and playing her tablet, because she just will not sit down and do any activities with me. Like, I've tried workbooks, I've tried all the crazy printouts and the crafts and like little games to do with me and her to try and teach her things, and she just does not do well with that. She does not like to sit down and listen to me, is the bottom line. I feel like she would do much better in a school setting where she has a teacher that she goes and listens to and learns from instead of everything being me, because she's used to always being with me. And also, like, she's been around all of her, she calls them her friends, but technically they're her aunts and her uncles in South Carolina, and they're mostly all in school, all but one. And so she constantly hears them talking about school and hearing about them having to go to school, and it has definitely like spiked her interest in school, and she's been asking about it a lot lately, like, oh, I get to go to school tomorrow, I'm gonna go to school tomorrow, blah 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 blah, like, I'm gonna go to school with my friends, I want to be like my friends and things like that. So she has the interest in school now as well. She is pretty good at communicating, actually. Like, her vocabulary is really good, I feel like, for her age. Like, she talks a lot, she understands a lot, so I feel like she is in a decent place to communicate with me if something were to happen at school that would bother her or something like that. So that makes me feel a little bit better. But also, the other reason that I was always so like scared about putting her in school was when she was younger, she was very, very, very dependent on me. Like, she didn't want anyone but me. She would scream when anyone would hold her. I had never left her with anyone but me, but now she like loves people usually. Like, she'll go and stay at my mom's house, no problem, and like doesn't care about me at all. She's like, Mom, bye, I'm staying here. She gets mad when I come to pick her up, so she does well with like staying at my mom's house and overnights, and like she enjoys having other kids to play with, which is not something that she had all that often here. Aside from like living here, she had her classes 2 days a week, obviously, but I was still there for those. But I feel like she has become a lot more independent in the past like year and a half, where she is to a point where she would be able to venture off more, and I wouldn't have to like feel guilty and anxious thinking like I'm dropping her off at school and she's just gonna cry all day and wonder why I left her and be really scared and she's gonna hate it. But I don't feel that way at all now. I think that there's still gonna be some adjusting, sure, but I think she would really enjoy it. And lastly, I said that I would no way put her in school when she was super young here in Ohio because I don't know the area that well. I don't know the school district. I don't know the people. We don't have friends and family and stuff like that here. We're very secluded, and I just don't necessarily trust the area that this house is in, and I wouldn't like the schools. Whereas down in South Carolina, the two main schools, I went to both of them. My siblings have gone to both of them. We know the teachers, we know the parents, we know the kids. And it's just like, it's a small town and we've been there for so long. It's like we understand the area, and I would feel a lot safer with her going to one of those schools because we have so much history with those schools instead of me just sending her off to a school here where it might be a little ghetto. We don't know anything about the teachers. We don't know any of the parents and the kids, and we don't know, like, we literally know nothing about anything here. But down there, we're familiar with it. So that also helps me feel more comfortable about it. So I decided that I was actually, like, considering putting London in preschool in the next school year, like this fall. So, the only thing was I did not know what the like age cutoff thing was, because there's like certain, like a birthday cutoff to let you know if your kid can go with one set or if they have to wait until like halfway through the year or the following year or whatever it may be. So I had to look into that. So I did go onto the district's website and look into it. I figured out specifically which school she would be zoned for my grandma's house. And I looked into the age requirement. So basically from what I read for, I guess it's like 4K, preschool, whatever you want to call it, if their birthday is on or before September 1st, they are eligible to start this, I think this fall, right? Like school starts in the fall. So London's birthday is in August. She will turn 4 in August, on August 17th. So that means that she meets the cutoff because obviously her birthday is before September 1st. So age-wise, she is eligible to start school in the fall. So that was kind of like a sealed deal almost. My only like snag that I have hit now is the registration requirements. So I live at home with my grandma right now. So I don't really have anything for proof of address necessarily. Not what the school requires, because like of course they require like a birth certificate and a social security card, which I have that for London. That's not a problem. They also require you to have your immunization records, which her doctor is here in Ohio, which, I mean, I can still get her immunization records, I'm sure, and that wouldn't be that big of a deal. But when it comes to the proof of address stuff, the website is saying that you need a driver's license with the address, which I do have that. They're saying that you need a piece of like government mail, like a tax letter or something with the address, which I have like some form of like government establishment with that address on it, not necessarily like a tax like W-2 form or anything like that with the address, but I do have something that I think would work for that. But then they require you to have like a bill in your name, like a utility bill. None of the bills are in my name because it's my grandma's house. Everything is in her name or maybe even my uncle's name. But there's not anything in my name or that could be in my name. The only thing that I can think of is I have like my State Farm letters for my car insurance has that address on it. So I'd have to see if that would work. Then they also require you to have a pay stub or some form of like that, like income document with the address on, which obviously I don't work, so I'm not going to have a pay stub that has that address on it. And as far as I know, like even my YouTube pay stubs would still have this address on it, technically, at this point. I haven't changed it yet, I don't think. And I don't know how to change it, so that's something I have to look into. And lastly, they're also saying that you have to have a rent or mortgage document stating that you live at that address, which the house is my grandmother's. I live with her. It's her house. It's her mortgage. I'm not renting from her. Like, I don't have either of those documents with my name and that address either. So that's just a lot of like hoops that I don't know how I'm going to jump through, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure it out by then. But I feel like I have come to the point where if I can figure out the documentation needed for her to start in the fall, then we will register and she will start preschool in the fall. That's insane. I'm gonna have a preschooler. That is literally insane. So yeah, that was a pretty big decision for us to make. Anyways, as I was saying, in the video that I filmed originally, I was supposed to, like, it was me and him spent the day trying to like deep clean the house and organize, and just like it needed to be cleaned in general because the kids had just had stuff everywhere, and there was a lot of laundry and dishes, and the floors really needed to be swept and mopped and stuff like that. So we did what we could that day. It was also a very, very cold, snowy day. So it was like, you know, when it's cold and snowy outside, you spend the day cleaning. That's just how it goes. So we did a lot of cleaning that day. Can't really tell because the house gets dirty so fast. But basically, we're at a point right now where we want to try and sell the house ourselves because we don't want to go the realtor route because it gets very expensive. And we just don't have the money to do all of that right now because, like, we have to figure out a U-Haul and moving everything to South Carolina. And there's a possibility that he's going to have to continue paying the mortgage even when he's down there, not living here anymore, because we don't know how long it's going to take for the house to sell, along with his other bills, and he might even have to pay for a hotel depending on where work is down there. Like, dealing with a realtor can get really expensive because they want you to do a lot of, like, professional carpet cleaning, professional like paint job of the whole house, landscaping, professional photography and videography type stuff. And it just gets very expensive. And right now we're trying to get the most that we can out of this house because we still owe a large chunk on it because we bought it. It was almost a $90,000 house. We've only been here for 2 years. So, I mean, you do the math, you can only pay off so much in 2 years. So obviously we still owe a large chunk on this house, so we need to sell it for enough to pay off the existing mortgage, but also we would like to be able to walk away with enough extra cash with like the help of the housing market right now so that we can have a chunk that we can use towards a down payment on a newer, nicer house down there. I have to finish uploading video right now, and then I do also have schoolwork that I really need to get started on because it's a big project that is due, let's see, it's currently Thursday and it is due Sunday night. And it's a pretty big project that's going to take a lot of work and it's very confusing. So I do need to get some of that done as well. But at least I got to shower and like refresh myself, take care of myself a little bit to help me feel a little bit better. I forgot what all clips that I had, so here's some random clips of me finishing an assignment for my English class and submitting that I just randomly threw in here with this video apparently. This is from the original cleaning day filming that we did, and after cleaning all day, realized I had no meat pulled out, didn't feel like cooking after all that, couldn't decide on fast food, so we spontaneously ended up at Texas Roadhouse.
Here, drive it.
Daddy, what's Sasha doing?
Woo! That's you driving.
Daddy, what's Sasha doing? Dad,
Nothing now. You beep the horn and scare the people in front of us.
A little, like, grin she does. Why are you getting all shy? And now we're back to the day that I refilmed things when I had to run to Walmart. Alright, so before I edit this video, I just wanted to pop back in. I never like outro my videos for whatever reason, and it's like really dumb of me, but yeah. I guess this kind of was slightly kind of like a little bit of a... Can you not yawn in my face like that?
Ow!
English, Sandra.
Ow!
It was kind of like a motivation, a cleaning motivation video in a way, but also not really, because I didn't get much footage of the cleaning, because I did a lot more cleaning than what I have footage for. Between losing footage, my camera always being dead while I'm cleaning, and yeah, so there's more footage than what I have, and a lot more cleaning was done, but I only have what you saw to actually put into the video, but you might be able to consider it a little bit of some cleaning motivation. Yeah, I still have a lot more to do, cleaning wise. Especially because Christopher told me that we got our first call about the house today, and obviously we're not gonna just like get our hopes up and be like, oh my god, like it's gonna happen like off the first call. Like, that's not likely, obviously. But I really need to kick it into gear and finish getting these pictures so that I can make that listing on the websites, the for sale websites. Maybe on Craigslist, I don't know. I feel like you don't post houses for sale on Craigslist unless it's like $5,000. I don't know. Plus, Craigslist attracts weirdos. Oh well. You get my point, right? So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment below. Subscribe to the channel before you go if you have not already. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I haven't said that in so long.
All the scars start to heal when I'm with you, and I can't explain how I feel when I'm with you. Just give a little bit of your heart, give a little bit of your heart to me.